You eat, drink, and live as always, but your gut may be destroying yourself silently right now. Every cookie, every industrialized juice, every minute without moving, it's inflamming your body and weakening your health. If you keep ignoring these habits, the consequences can be serious and irreversible. Stay until the 8 fatal errors you make every day and how to avoid it. Before you continue, check out if you already clicked the subscribe button. You wake up late, run to get ready, take your cell phone, wear your clothes, and leave home without breakfast. It sounds normal, isn't it? But what you don't know is that right now your gut is screaming for help. Silent, hidden, inflamed. When you jump breakfast, or worse, when you change this meal for cookies, white bread, or just a black coffee, you are feeding the inflammation that causes swelling, pain, gases, and even changes your mood during the day. It is as if you leave a car without gasoline. He even turns on, but fails, chokes, and locks. Your body works the same. Without the right fuel, the intestine wages and begins to revolt inside. But there is a simple output. You don't need a banquet when you wake up. What your body needs is a small protective shield early on. A scrambled egg, a slice of brown bread, a fruit, perhaps a drizzle of olive oil. Ready, fast, easy, and powerful. This is breakfast that disarms inflammation and puts your gut by your side, not against you. If this warning has made you think twice before leaving home without eating, press the like button now, so I know this content is helping you protect your health. And if you think this mistake was already serious, wait until you know the next one. A sweet poison, hidden in foods that look healthy, but inflames your gut every day. This is error 2, and you need to listen before your next meal. Do you want to protect your gut and turn your health from inside? Click now on the link set in the comments and download the full ebook with powerful tips to avoid inflammation and feel light every day. Don't miss this chance to take care of your body before it's late. Have you ever noticed how innocent the candy looks innocent? A box juice for breakfast, a seemingly healthy yogurt, that bar that promises energy, or even a ready-used lunch sauce. Everything seems harmless, but behind each colorful packaging hides the greatest sabotage of your intestine: hidden sugar. It is in almost everything, even in foods that have no sweet taste. The problem is that the body does not see a difference between this camouflaged sugar and that of the white pack that you put in the coffee. For your gut, everything becomes a feast for bad bacteria. These bacteria feed on sugar as if it were gasoline for the fire. At first you don't even notice, just feels a certain swelling drowsiness after eating, perhaps a power outage in the middle of the afternoon. But inside, the gut is crashing a war. Bad bacteria multiply, expel the good, and gradually create an inflamed, acid, and hostile environment. It is as if you are living in a house where the plumbing is clogged and corroded. The water even passes, but increasingly worse, until the day comes when everything overflows. The hidden sugar is treacherous because it deceives. He presents himself as a friend who gives energy, as a quick ally to kill hunger. But in fact, he is an infiltrated spy that destroys your defenses inside without you realizing it. And when the intestine is inflamed, it is not just digestion it suffers. Excessive sugar increases anxiety, messes up mood, steals its energy, and leaves its immunity vulnerable. What just looked like a juice, yogurt, or a healthy cookie can in the long run be the spark for silent diseases that begin in the gut and spread throughout the body. But calm down. There's a way to escape this sweet poison without having to live a bitter life. The secret is to see the label with researcher eyes. Words such as glucose syrup, maltodextrin, dextrose, or even invert sugar are disguises of the same villain. If you find one of these names, know the enemy is there, camouflaged, and when you need something sweet, choose nature as your ally. A fresh fruit, for example, brings fibers that protect the gut and release energy slowly without overloading. It is the difference between setting fire to a forest with gasoline or turning on a controlled fire that warms without destroying. Each time you choose to cut some of this hidden sugar, the intestine thanks you. Inflammation decreases, good bacteria flows again, the energy stabilizes, and even the mind becomes clearer. Small choices create great invisible victories. If this chapter opened his eyes to this disguised poison, Ix your channel subscription right now, so you do not lose next alerts and always get a step ahead of the mistakes that destroy your gut. And get ready, because the next mistake is even more surprising. It has nothing to do with what you eat, but the way you eat. A habit, common, automatic, that seems harmless, but turns your meal into an inflammatory pump. This is error 3, and maybe you make it every day without even realizing it. You wake up late, run to get ready, take your cell phone, wear your clothes, and leave home without breakfast. It sounds normal, isn't it? But what you don't know is that, right now, your gut is screaming for help. Silent, invisible, inflamed. When you jump this first meal, or worse, exchange for crackers, white bread, or just a black coffee, you are feeding a silent inflammation that harms your digestion, energy, and even your mood. It's like you leave a car without gasoline. It even turns on but chokes, crashes, and fails. Your body works the same. Without proper fuel, the intestine crashes and begins to rebel inside. But there is a solution. It doesn't take a banquet when you wake up. What the body needs is a small protective shield, a scrambled egg, a slice of brown bread, a fruit, perhaps a drizzle of olive oil. Fast, easy, and powerful. This simple breakfast disarms inflammation and puts the gut on your side, not against you. If this alert has made you think twice before leaving without eating, press the like button now. So I know this content is helping you protect your health. But if you think this mistake was already serious, wait until you know the next one. A sweet poison, hidden in foods that look healthy but inflames the intestine every day. A box juice, a yogurt, a cereal bar. Everything seems harmless, but it's actually gasoline for bad bacteria. They multiply, expel the good, and create an acid and hostile environment. You just feel a little swelling, a power outage, perhaps drowsiness. But inside, your gut wings a silent war. The solution? Read labels as a researcher. Words such as glucose syrup, maltodextrin, and dextrose are disguises of the same villain. When you need candy, choose nature. Fresh fruits that release energy slowly and still protect the intestine. Each small choice strengthens the body, reduces inflammation, and increases energy and well-being. If you understand the danger of hidden sugar, subscribe now to the channel so you don't lose any vital alert to your health. And you think you've seen it all? Get ready for the third error. Eat too fast. It is common, automatic. It seems harmless. But when you swallow without chewing, the stomach receives large pieces of food that the intestine cannot process right. It's like sending brick blocks to a delicate factory. The result is chaos, gases, discomfort, and silent inflammation. In addition, the brain takes about 20 minutes to realize that it is satisfied. If you finish the meal in 5, eat more than you need, overloading the body and inflammating the intestine. The solution is simple, almost magical. Slow down. Take a deep breath before starting. Put the fork on the table between one fork and another. Chew slowly. Turn every bite into a small ritual. In a few days, you will feel less weight, less gases, more energy, and lightness. The intestine thanks every very chewed piece. If this tip has opened your eyes, leave a comment now telling, do you eat too fast or you can taste slowly? I want to know how this happens in your daily life. And make no mistake, if eating too fast is dangerous, the next mistake is even more treacherous. It is not in the way of eating, but what you put on the plate. Ultra-processed products, full of chemicals and preservatives, silently inflame the intestine and harm the whole body. In the next chapter, we will reveal how to escape this invisible enemy and protect your body from the inside out. Have you noticed how most modern meals seems easy, practical, but hide a silent danger? Ready cakes, cookies, sauces, industrialized meats. Everything that comes packed, ready to consume, seems to solve the day run, but is actually one of the most treacherous enemies of your intestine. These ultra-processed products are full of chemicals, preservatives, dyes, flavorings, and additives that your body does not recognize. And when the intestine receives so much strange substance, a silent reaction begins. Inflammation, irritation, intestinal flora imbalance. You don't feel pain immediately, but you feel tired, gases, swelling, and that feeling of malaise that appears without warning. Imagine your intestine as a garden. If you throw poison on it every day, good plants die and weeds dominate the ground. The result? A broken ecosystem that judges digestion, nutrient absorption, and even your mood and energy. This is exactly what the ultra-processed ones do. They feed the weeds and suffocate what really keeps you healthy. But there is a way out. You don't have to cut everything at once, but smart exchanges do miracles. Replace cakes and cookies with fruits or oil seeds, choose natural sauces and spices. Prefer fresh or frozen meats without chemical additives. Each replacement decreases inflammation, strengthens the intestines, and returns energy to the body. Small adjustments, repeated daily, Transform the health of your digestive system without suffering. If you are realizing that the practicality of industrialized food may be fooling you, press the like button now, so you mark your commitment to smarter choices and protect your gut with each meal. And get ready. If you thought the food ready was the final enemy, wait until you discover the next mistake. It is not what you eat or the quick eating, but in the amount of water you stop drinking every day, and seemingly innocent habit which most people ignore, but inflates the intestine and disturb the whole body. This is error 5, and you will be surprised by the silent effect it causes. Have you ever wondered how many times you spend all day without drinking enough water? We have coffee, juice, soda, but pure, essential water is almost always forgotten. It sounds like a small detail, but it can be one of the greatest saboteurs of your gut. When you do not drink enough water, the intestine gets dry, intestinal transit decreases, and inflammation begins silent, like a slow, burning flame. You feel constipation, swelling, gases, perhaps even that feeling of laziness and tiredness, but rarely realizes that the cause is the lack of hydration. Imagine a river that carries nutrients through the body. If the water decreases, everything is slow, dirty, polluted. The intestine works the same. Without sufficient flow, it accumulates toxins and waste that inflames, irritate, and weaken the body. Hydration is not just about drinking water. It is about allowing the body to work smoothly and efficiently. The solution is simple, but it requires attention. Drink water distributed throughout the day. Do not expect to feel thirsty to hydrate. Always have a bottle nearby and turn this habit into automatic. Small, constant sips are much more powerful than swallowing liters at once. By doing so, you reduce inflammation, improve intestinal transit, increases energy, and mental clarity. If you realize that drinking water can turn the operation of your body, leave a comment now saying, "Do you drink enough water or also forget during the day?" I really want to know how you deal with this habit. And get ready. If the lack of water already causes silent damage, the next error is even more dangerous. He is not in food, neither in the form of eating, nor in the water you drink, but in the lack of physical movement, which paralyzes the gut and increases silent inflammation. In the next chapter, we will reveal error 6, and as a simple walk can save your intestine from an internal war. Do you want to protect your gut and turn your health from inside? Click now on the link set in the comments and download the full ebook with powerful tips to avoid inflammation and feel light every day. Don't miss this chance to take care of your body before it's late. Have you noticed how we spend hours sitting, whether at work, in the car, or in front of the phone, without practically moving us? It seems harmless, but this silent habit is one of the greatest enemies of your intestine. When you move little, the intestine loses stimulus, intestinal transit decreases, and silent inflammation begins to settle. You may not feel right away, but the body reacts. Gases, swelling, laziness, and a constant feeling of tiredness are signs that something is wrong. Imagine that your gut is a road where everything needs to go through. If you for cars for hours, traffic crashes, traffic jams increase, and accidents begin to happen. Physical movement acts as a traffic light and a cleaning system. It activates the intestine, accelerates food traffic, and keeps the body free of toxins. Without it, the intestine wages, inflammation grows, and its entire body suffers the consequences. The solution is simple and accessible. Move every day. A light walk, stretching, climbing stairs instead of using the elevator. Small active breaks throughout the day already make a gigantic difference. Each step activates the intestine, strengthens circulation, and reduces inflammation. Even 15 minutes daily can turn your body from the inside out. If you already realize that spending hours standing, you are hurting your gut, press the like button now. It is a small gesture that shows that you want to take care of your color. It is ready to change habits that seem simple, but make all the difference. And if you think just food, water, and movement are enough, wait until you find the next mistake. It is invisible, silent, and very common. Excessive use of common remedies such as antibiotics and anti-inflammatory drugs that destroy the intestinal microbiota and inflame the body without warning. In the next chapter, we will reveal error 7, and you will be surprised by the impact that small doses of daily medicines can have on your intestine. Have you ever stopped to think that even ordinary medicines can be silent enemies of your intestine? Anti-inflammatory drugs, painkillers, and antibiotics taken without care can destroy the healthy microbiota, that army of good bacteria that protects your body. the gut becomes vulnerable. Inflammation grows and the whole body suffers. Often you do not notice immediately, but feel tired, gases, gut stuck, and even changes in mood. It is as if you send friendly soldiers to a war without weapons. They cannot resist the attack of invisible enemies within your body. The solution is simple. Use remedies only when necessary, and always with medical advice. In addition, strengthen microbiota with natural probiotics such as yogurt, kefir, or fermented foods. Small daily choices can restore bowel balance and reduce silent inflammation. If you have already realized that medicines can be dangerous when used without care, leave a comment now counting. Which medicine do you use most often? And last but not least, the invisible enemy who is perhaps the most treacherous of all, the accumulated stress. You spend the day running, worried, dealing with pressures of work, family, accounts, and personal problems. Each unresolved tension releases hormones that silently inflame the intestine. What seemed a normal day turns into an inner storm that affects digestion, energy, sleep, and even immunity. Stress is an invisible, silent, and constant saboteur that aggravates all previous errors. Do you want to protect your gut and turn your health from inside? Click now on the link set in the comments and download the full ebook with powerful tips to avoid inflammation and feel light every day. Don't miss this chance to take care of your body before it's late. The solution is powerful and affordable. Deep breathing, breaks during the day, meditation, walk, or just a few minutes of silence. Any form of reducing daily tension helps protect the intestines and recover physical and emotional balance. If you have already felt how stress harms your body, press the like button now and start taking control of your well-being. Now you know the 8 daily errors that fatally inflame your gut. Skipping breakfast, consuming hidden sugar, eating too fast, ultra-processed, low water, lack of motion, excess medicine, and stress. Each one looks small, but together they can turn their body into an inflamed ground. The good news is that each of them can be avoided with simple and consistent habits, returning health, energy, and lightness. If you want to continue protecting your gut and discover secret habits that shield your body against inflammation and tiredness, click the screen now and watch the next video. In it, I will reveal the strategies that no one tells you to keep your gut healthy and your body light every day. Don't miss it.